Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Michelle Norman. Welcome to the African American Faculty and Staff 30th Anniversary Gala. We, the members of the Coalition, extend our heartfelt gratitude for your presence. Tonight, we celebrate the academic achievements and accomplishments of determined young men and women. And we are delighted to honor an individual whose efforts have significantly enhanced the unity within the FMU community. The next recipient of the Coalition's Diversity Award. Thanks to both your individual and collective contributions, the Coalition has been able to award 12 individual scholarships totaling $16,000 for the 2024 and 2025 academic school year. To the esteemed honorees whose names these scholarships grace and who are under our care, and to our deserving students who have received them, if you are present, please stand as we acknowledge your outstanding achievements. Dr. Joseph E. Hayward, Endowed Scholarship, awarded to Xavier Addison, Tina Robinson, Tiffany Robinson, and Cyrus Ingram. Dr. Dorothy M. Harris Graduate Scholarship, awarded to Ariel Peoples. Ms. Rebecca S. Lund Scholarship, awarded to Adrena Hughes and Dryland Wigful. Dr. Leroy Peterson Endowed Scholarship, awarded to Trinity Harrell. Dr. Alfreda Campbell Wilson Endowed Scholarship, awarded to Gabrielle Pettaway. Bishop Donald Jackson Young Gifted and Blessed Scholarship, awarded to Heaven Nelson, Diamond Hill, and Sean McMichael. Ms. Yvonne G. Davis Community Service Endowed Scholarship, Ms. Linda M. Sullen Endowed Scholarship, Mr. Stephen C. Sims Bruton Endowed Scholarship, Ms. Yvette Hammonds Pierce Graduate Fellowship, Mr. H. Vashon Brown Endowed Scholarship, and Mr. Carlton Sellers Endowed Scholarship. Let's give them all a hand. Thank you to all our honorees and recipients. As we celebrate this moment, let us remain mindful that we are all on this journey together. And through it all, our collective efforts, we will overcome any challenge. Together, we can achieve the remarkable. Representing the recipients, we will now have expressions of gratitude from Ms. Gabrielle Pettaway. She is the recipient of the Dr. Alfreda Campbell Wilson Endowed Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Gabrielle Pettaway. I am a second-year grad student of Francis Marion's Master's of Speech Language Pathology program. Tonight, I am here to express my gratitude to the AAFCS for granting me the Dr. Freda Campbell Wilson Scholarship. My passion to become a speech pathologist came from wanting to help people communicate and express themselves among society. When I was searching for a program, Francis Marion had exceptional professors, a strong curriculum, and a need to improve the communication disorders among the children and adults in this community. This coalition scholarship has helped me by assisting me financially in my academic path to success as a practicing clinician. To the donors, I say thank you so much for giving me this scholarship, and on behalf of all the recipients here today, we say thank you.
Thank you, Gabrielle, for that heartfelt sentiment. Next, the young, gifted, and blessed gospel choir will celebrate with a musical selection.
Oh, we must change the way we walk. Oh, we must change the way we talk. Oh, we must live a life that's pleasing to our King. Oh, we must reach God's Holy One. Let His praises be heard. Lord, just be pleased. Lord, just be pleased. Do well. Do well. Lord, just be pleased with our praise, 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 praise. Please with our praise.
Can we take y'all on a quick celebration of gospel music in Black History Month? Come on, put your hands together right there. Here we go, what? For the spirit of Pastor Hezekiah Walker, won't he make you? Everyone put your hands together. Won't he make you clean? Yeah. Won't he? Put your hands. Won't he make you? Yes, Lord. Won't he? Won't he? Everything's gonna be alright now. Think I'll make it anyhow. It's alright. Yeah. Think I'll make it anyhow. Yeah. That's all. Think I'll make it anyhow. Yes, Lord. Think I'll make it anyhow. Yeah. Can you sing that with us on tonight? Everybody say, you are. Oh, I lift my
Thank you for lifting our spirits with that song. Tonight, our keynote speaker is Dr. Timothy B. Hunter, a native of Newberry, South Carolina. Dr. Hunter began his educational journey with a BS in elementary education from Francis Marion University, followed by a master's in administration from Cambridge College, and most recently a doctorate in education leadership from Nova Southeastern University. Dr. Hunter's career in education began as an instructional assistant, later advancing to teaching fourth grade math and science at Gallman Elementary in Newberry County for 8 years. His leadership roles have included 4 years as assistant principal in Batesburg-Leesville Elementary in Lexington County, 4 years as principal at Boundary Street Elementary in Newberry County, and serving as Chief Student Services Officer for the School District of Newberry County. After a distinguished career, Dr. Hunter retired from Lexington School District 2 at age 50. His dedication to service extends beyond education. He is a lifetime member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and Dr. Hunter's legacy continues through his daughter, Aaliyah G. Hunter, a middle school teacher in the Richland II Schools District. Without further ado, I present to you Dr. Timothy B. Hunter.
Thank you. Great evening, everyone. I bet you thought you were going to see a 6 foot, 2 feet, inches. But guess what? You got 5 feet, 2 inches. First of all, I want to give honor to my supreme being, my God, the head of my life, because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here this evening. And if I want to have a nice, pleasant trip home this evening, I better give thanks to my heartbeat sitting up front, Miss Esma. I love you and thank you for sharing this opportunity with me tonight. Once again, great evening. I never say good evening because great is better than good. It's about changing mindsets. Now, when they asked me to speak this evening, I asked them, can I be myself? Now, can I get me a little step ladder so I can step on my tiptoes so I can look down? But I'm going to be me. Is that okay? Thank you. To our esteemed guests, members of the African American Faculty and Staff Coalition, President Carter, distinguished alumni, faculty, staff, and students. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight as we celebrate 30 years of unwavering commitment to excellence, community, and empowerment. Tonight we gather to honor a vision that began with Dr. Joseph E. Hayward and Dr. Lee A. Vickers, whose leadership and foresight gave birth to the FMU African American Faculty and Staff Coalition on February 24, 1995. Their vision was not merely to form an organization, but to create a movement, a collective effort of champion cultural awareness, professional development, and a student success at Francis Marion University. The motto of the coalition, together we can, is not just a phrase, it's a principle, a call to action, and a legacy. Over the past 3 decades, this coalition has tirelessly worked to foster a sense of belonging and a community for African American faculty, staff, and students. You've been a bridge between administration, and those you serve, ensuring that equity, diversity, and inclusion are not just ideals, but live experiences on this campus. As an FMU alumnus, I can personally attest to the profound impact of this coalition. My journey, like so many others, has been shaped by mentors and supporters who have poured into me. I'm standing here today because of this foundation laid by this coalition, and because of that belief that indeed together we can achieve greatness. Because great is better than good. You see, if it wasn't for my supreme being, I wouldn't be here tonight. You said I got 15 minutes. I thought I had 30, but I'm going to chop it down to 10. You see, back in 1972 on November 3rd, a tiny little tot was born, 4 pounds, 8 ounces. And my brother was born the same year, January the 3rd, 1972. Go figure. You see, I saw a lot of things I wasn't proud of. You see, my role model that I looked up to, my father, was abusive and an alcoholic. I remember my brother and I climbing out of windows with my mom just to get away from him so we can live to see another day. Can you imagine the role model that you're supposed to look up to having a knife to your throat and says to that tiny little tot, you're not worth living anymore? Can you imagine seeing your father taking a hammer and hitting your mom with it? But there's a God. You see, I hate when we label kids, because my brother and I, because we grew up on the other side of the tracks, we were labeled as at-risk kids because every single day my favorite teacher would tell me, it's going to be okay. It doesn't matter what you see every day. You see, I grew up in a rat and roach infested home. My mom committed suicide and my father got killed in an automobile accident. And there you have those two Irish twins that had labels on themselves. Because you see, my high school guidance counselor told me that I wasn't fit for college because my SAT scores were shorter than me. But I thank God for Francis Marion University who accepted me. Because my mindset is you must have a duck mentality. A duck mentality is simply this. A duck never swims backwards. It always swims and moves forward. It doesn't matter what your past is, keep moving forward. You see, you're going to have rainy days, and what does that duck do? It just shakes it on off. You got to have duck mentality. You see, it took me 7 times to pass a test so I could teach. Just imagine if I would have gave up on that second time that I failed that exam. What if I would have cried and sat down on the stairs on that 6th time? But on that 7th, I went from that instructional assistant to a fourth grade teacher that taught in the same classroom that my favorite teacher taught me in, Ms. Leela Caldwell, in fourth grade. And then I became an assistant principal, and I somehow got tricked into coming back to Newberry County to become a principal at Boundary Street Elementary School, where they had a principal for 10 years. They had 8 principals in 10 years. And I was like, man, I was young back then. And I was like, I'm going to always bet on me and my faculty, my staff, and my students. And we turned that school around for 4 years in a row. We became a distinguished Title I school. We became Pat Medal Silver for closing the achievement gap for students that looked just like me. We did that 4 years in a row. That same student that it took 7 times to pass the test, that same student who has an SAT score that was less than a 700. You will not outwork me, and that's what I said. I promised myself I will never, ever be poor again in my life. While I was opening car doors and telling my students to have a great day because grades are better than good, I said, one day I'm going to retire. So I created a company because one of my kindergarten teachers told me, she said, Dr. Hunter, I love teaching, but I can't teach because I need someone to take care of my father. I didn't want to give up a great teacher, so I created a company called Angel Care Home Care. And we took care of her dad. I started out with 1 employee, and I grew my company to 100 employees. And I took monies from that, and I created a landscaping company called Motown Lawn Services. We will cut your grass and listen to Motown music at the same time. And to this day, we cut over 5 school districts' grass. And I remember one time I was in Newberry County, and I had on I work with my employees. I'm in the trenches with them. And one of the teachers came to me and said, Dr. Hunter, when are you going to come back and be a principal again? I said, if I find the right school, I would do it. And another teacher heard the conversations like, he can't be a principal, he just cuts grass. I said, if you look right there, it says Dr. Hunter on those walls right there, that's me. And you should have saw the look on that person's face. But you know what? I picked them up because you never know when you're going to need someone. And I took the same concept from my landscaping and I said, what else can we do? We can wash houses. And that's what we did. I guess that's my time, so I need to be quiet and speed up. So I took monies from that company and created another company. And we pressure wash several franchises, and I'll give you an example of one of them. They have a golden arch. It's not McDowell's, but it's something else. We wash all of those. That same kid who said he will never, ever be poor again in his life. And I thank this great university and the faculty and staff because we are one. Because I remember walking on that yard, as we called it back in the day, and if it wasn't for those individuals like Dr. Hayward, because he checked us, even though he's an alpha man, but he checked us omega men. And Dr. Peters, I thought I saw him earlier, sitting right there. So I thank you as well. Because you guys are the role models. You are. It takes all of us. It doesn't matter what color you are, what your gender is. It takes all of us to make this world a better place. I can go on and on, but my lady just gave me that wink in her eye. She said, sit your tall self down. So I'm going to go back over here and conclude my speech because I can go on and on. Because dreams do come true. You might have a nightmare every now and then, but just wake up. And keep the standard the standard. My standard is duck mentality. No one would outwork me. As I reflect on this journey, ladies and gentlemen, of this coalition, I'm reminded of the words of James Baldwin, who once said, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced." The FMU African American Faculty and Staff Coalition has faced challenges head on for over 30 years, and is doing so has created meaningful change. So tonight we honor that legacy. We celebrate the achievements of the past, the impact of the present, and the promise of the future. To the members of the coalition, the supporters, and the visionaries who have made this journey possible, I say thank you. Thank you for your commitment, your courage, and your unwavering belief in the power of unity. So let us leave here tonight not only inspired, but also committed to carrying forward the mission of this coalition. Together, we can continue to educate, empower, and elevate. Thank you again, and congratulations to this remarkable milestone. Here's to 30 years of excellence. My name is Tim Hunter. I'm Diane Nance's baby boy and Samuel Hunter's senior son, that 6-foot giant who came here to speak to you this evening. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Actually, if you don't mind sitting things back here. So I want to thank you so much for your words, for your sentiment, for your encouragement. And I have the privilege tonight to bestow upon you the 2025 Together We Can Award. This award is for someone who has committed their life to building bridges, and you have done just that. And I want to say thank you. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome Ms. Latasha Brand, Vice President for Student Life, to recognize our Diversity Award winner.
Good evening. It is definitely my honor and privilege to present the 2025 Diversity Award winner. However, prior to presenting that winner, I would like to first recognize the past winner. So as I call your name, if you are present this evening, please stand. Dr. Rebecca L. Lawson, Dr. Louis E. Venters, Miss Angela Croslin, Dr. Rhonda Brogdon, Miss Yvonne Davis, Miss Crystal Graham, Dr. William Wattles, Mr. Jason Owens, Dr. Ruth Whitman Price, Dr. Shayna Wrighton, Dr. Erica James, Dr. Daniel Browse, Miss Latasha Brand, Dr. Charlene Wages, and Dr. Christopher Barton. Okay, tonight, the 2025 Diversity Award recipient has made significant contributions to the Francis Marion University community over her 6-year tenure. As the coordinator of the FMU Anthropology minor, she ensures that the curriculum includes diverse perspectives, particularly focusing on race and Native American issues. She also teaches a course dedicated to Native peoples and conducts research in this area. Her commitment to diversity is further demonstrated through her active participation in the university's Studying Slavery initiative, where she played a key role in shaping its goals and vision. Additionally, she is a member of the African American Faculty Staff Coalition. In 2024, she expanded students' horizons by leading a study abroad trip to Germany, providing them with valuable cross-cultural experiences. Her dedication to promoting diversity and fostering understanding within the FMU community is truly commendable. Tonight, the 2025 African American Faculty Staff Coalition Diversity Award recipient is Dr. Kiley Molinari.
Good evening, everyone. So I want to thank everyone for the nomination for this award, and I'm humbled to have been picked with the amazing people on this campus. I'm grateful for the scholarship and grant opportunities that FMU offers to help aid students in their studies, and these financial opportunities allow faculty like myself to help students to conferences, attend academic workshops, and even travel abroad on an airplane for the first time. One of these students is out there today. For some of our students who would not otherwise be able to participate, these opportunities can be life-changing. Through my work in diversity, equity, inclusion, I've spent the last 15 years working with Indigenous communities to figure out ways to make museum collections more accessible. If your great-grandmother's dress is in a museum 1,500 miles away, you should not be limited to its access just because you can't afford a plane ticket to get there. Equity ensures that all individuals have access to the same opportunities. It's about leveling the playing field, removing financial barriers, and narrowing inequalities. Now being at FNU, I appreciate all that I can learn from my students when we discuss our traditions, beliefs, favorite foods, holidays, and languages. I appreciate being in an environment where we can talk freely to our students about diversity, an environment where we can share stories of our lives, and where learning to say good morning in an international student's language makes them feel a little less homesick for a few minutes. As someone originally from Connecticut and moved here from Oklahoma, I've learned a lot from my students about this region, such as what I should be eating and should not be doing on New Year's Day. I've learned about chicken bog, shrimp and grits, and Carolina barbecue specifically. And I've learned that sometimes all a student really needs is for you to listen to what makes them unique, diverse, and solely themselves in order to truly connect with them. I've enjoyed being part of the coalition for the last 4 years and value all the work they've done across campus and within the community, and I understand the importance of this award and all DEI initiatives, especially at this time. So let us continue to advocate for diversity and inclusion in all that we do and inspire others to join us in creating a future where everyone belongs. Thank you.
As we bring our program to a close, we will have a few remarks from the president of Francis Marion University, Dr. Fred Carter, and followed by the president of the African American Faculty and Staff Coalition, Mr. Donald Jackson.
You know what those steps say over there? Only for people that are 5 foot 2 inches tall. Tim, Kiley, congratulations tonight. Well deserved, both honors. So, here we are. 30 years of celebrations, 30 years of memories, 30 years of achievements. Good time spent with friends, some of whom have gone. Many are still with us tonight. time spent through recognition, time spent through sharing stories, time spent establishing 12 separate scholarships, chairs, or awards. You know, this is my 26th year attending a coalition event. My very first year, Joe, we met at a little restaurant down at the corner of the curve at Palmetto and Chevis Street. There were 25 people there. Every year, the crowd has gotten larger and it's gotten a little grander. And every year, the crowd has raised more and more money. I'm here to tell you tonight, between the coalition, the university, and the foundation, we have raised $956,000. I see some hands not moving there. You might not have heard me all the way in the back. Almost $1 million, broken down this way. A total of $100,000 of that has gone for educational trips. A total of $202,000 has gone for our wonderful library collection. A total of $646,000 has been spent thus far on fellowships, scholarships, and chairs. So, what do we do this year? Let's do some exciting things this year besides just raise money, although, let me remind everybody, our principal purpose is to raise money for these wonderful men and women that are with us this evening. So, let's take our summer trip. We haven't taken a summer trip out of South Carolina in a while. We haven't been back to Washington since before the COVID. Let's go back to Washington. This is a good year to go to Washington to remind people what real people look like, what they sound like, and what their needs are. If you're offended by that, just go on this trip. I tell you one thing I'd like to do this year. I'd like to select by lottery, by drawing, one member of the coalition that will travel abroad with one of our student groups going abroad. We will consult with the international program director, find the right spot, and we'll allow all the coalition members who have an interest in going on that trip to draw in a lottery. The winner goes on that trip and will be a part of that international trip. And finally, I would be remiss this evening, and you would be remiss, if we didn't recognize one of our fathers here who has spent 30 years and who is retiring this year. Yeah, I'm talking about Bishop Donald L. Jackson. I believe that one of the most beautiful spots in the entire campus are the atriums that are located right in the middle of the Stokes building. At the March meeting of the Board of Trustees, I will ask the Board of Trustees to select one of those two atriums and name it the Donald L. Jackson Atrium and Gardens. All good. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My father did not know that I was going to do this tonight, but on behalf of my family and my nonprofit organization, One Touch Transformation, we would like to donate $500 to the Bishop Donald Jackson Young Gifted and Blessed Scholarship.
Good evening, everyone. To Dr. Carter, to the members of the coalition. In behalf of the coalition, we would first like to thank each and every one of you for blessing us with your presence tonight. This shows our motto, together we can. And I'm grateful for our members who pull together and try to build this campus and create a great relationship with the faculty, staff, and students. Now, on this momentous occasion, as we celebrate our 30th anniversary of our coalition, in this closing, there are two individuals we would like to acknowledge and recognize. In deep gratitude, with much respect, we take this moment to honor the unwavering commitment and contributions of Dr. Joseph Hayward as the university's interim provost. Dr. Hayward played an instrumental role in helping us achieve a critical milestone, obtaining our charter. His leadership and support during that time helped to lay a strong foundation for the success and sustainability of the coalition. To commemorate his contributions, our first name scholarship was and continues to be dedicated in his honor, a testament to the impact he has had on our journey. Since that time, Dr. Hayward has remained faithful and tireless supporter of the coalition, whether at our events or behind the scenes. His presence is constant and his mindset always positive. His energy, dedication, and belief in our mission inspire us to aim higher and work harder to move forward. This evening, we pause to honor Dr. Hayward for all that he does. His enduring support, generosity, and encouragement have helped pave the way for our continual success. Thank you, Dr. Hayward, for being a cornerstone of our community and a beacon of leadership and service. You are deeply appreciated and celebrated. We have an award for you. Also, with heartfelt gratitude, we honor Dr. Carter for his exceptional leadership and unwavering support of the coalition. As the president of Francis Marion University, Dr. Carter has been a true champion of our progress, playing an instrumental role in advancing our mission and vision. Together with his administration and the FMU Foundation, Dr. Carter has played a crucial role in helping us maintain and grow the scholarships that have been established. Additionally, his efforts have ensured that educational and learning opportunities are made available not only to students, but also to the coalition members. From the moment Dr. Carter assumed the presidency, he has been a source of steadfast guidance and encouragement. His assistance and friendly advice have been instrumental in promoting our advancement and ensuring that we continue to thrive. We commend Dr. Carter for his dedication to fostering unity and success within the FMU community. His assistance and friendly advice have been instrumental in promoting our advancement and ensuring we continue to thrive. We commend Dr. Carter for his dedication, his contributions, united with the shared efforts of so many, that reminds us that together we can, and indeed together we are. So we have this Distinguished Advocate Award for our president, Dr. Henry Ford once said, if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. The sentiment perfectly captures the spirit of the FMU African American Faculty and Staff Coalition. Our progress is not the result of a single individual's effort, but a collective commitment to excellence and collaboration. Thank you so much again, each and every one of you, to our speaker, to all of you that made this night what it is. And please feel free to continue to mingle and take pictures and just enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your tributes and your remarks. On behalf of the coalition, I want to thank you all for celebrating yet another remarkable event with us. Our 30th anniversary celebration gala would not have been such a success without you here. We will ask that the recipients of the awards this evening remain for a few moments, but for the rest of you, please enjoy the refreshments and activities before leaving this evening and please drive safely. Thank you.